iOS 27 just dropped its developer beta, and there's a lot to go through. Welcome back to my channel. It's nice to see you again, and if you're new here, I'm Alex, and it's nice to meet you. So I've been testing out iOS 27 the past 2 days, and we're gonna get into every new feature that there is. And some of these are actually really good. And mind you, I'm still on the wait list for the new Siri, but you know what? It's okay, because there's still a lot for you to see with these iOS 27 features that I plan on showing you right now. And honestly, I will do a completely separate video for the Siri AI features. So let's start with one I think is super cool. Imagine being able to describe a Safari extension in plain English and your iPhone builds it for you. Well, while you're in Safari on any website, tap on this menu icon, then tap Describe Extension. Instead of downloading something and configuring it yourself and doing all that extra stuff, with this, you just type exactly what you want. So in my example right here, I typed show the fonts used when I tap on it. Then you just hit create, watch it generate the extension right in front of you. And now look at this. Whenever you tap on text, you can see exactly what font is being used on that page. Then if you see a font you really like, now you'll know the name so you can use it for yourself. Honestly, I feel like there's so much you can do with these extensions in Safari. In that same menu, I'm on a different website for this tip, but there's another new feature called Notify Me. This is especially huge if you do any online shopping, and it even goes way beyond that too. So for example, let's say I want to know when this product drops below $40. Just type exactly that and set it right here. You can even tap on edit and tell your iPhone how often you want it to check the price. Once it's set, you'll get a notification the moment that price drops. And to manage all of these, go into your settings, type Safari so that you go into the Safari settings, and then scroll down to Notify Me. And this is where you manage all of these in case you want to make any adjustments or delete them entirely or whatever. Next up, your wallet app just got way more powerful. You can now create custom passes right from scratch. Go into the wallet app and tap the plus button at the top. Then tap create a pass. Hit continue, then right here you can click create pass manually. The last step is adding a QR code. You can take a live picture of one, and obviously all the information on the pass is fully editable too. So you can pretty much make this match whatever pass you are building. Whew, it's like 100 degrees right now, so I'm sweating like crazy. All right, moving on. When you go to add a new widget to your home screen, there's actually a new size option, and it's extra large. It's gonna take up an entire page of your home screen. Only certain apps support it right now, like weather, calendar, and photos. But this is a statement look if you want something bold and glanceable. The Photos app got a bunch of new updates, and there are some that you may actually use every day. First up, no more screenshotting your videos. When you pause a video, tap the 3 dots and there's a new option right here. Save video frame as photo. One tap and you've got a clean still from that exact moment. And also now you can add captions directly to your videos too. Tap on the caption button and you can toggle them on or off. Hit style, then click manage styles, and take your time browsing through the options because there are some really clean looks in here. Pick one that you absolutely love and it will apply right to the video. Now here's where it gets really crazy. The new AI editing tools inside Photos look pretty promising. Open any photo, hit edit, and you'll see a new tools button. The first one we're going to talk about is called extend. So pinch outward or inward to reframe the shot. It's going to do its magic and it generates new detail around your subject. Here's the before and after, and the difference looks really good. It fills in the surroundings in a way that looks completely natural. The second tool is called reframe. This lets you reposition your subject and even shift the angle of the whole shot. Once it finishes generating, tap the screen to compare the before and after. Then just choose whichever one you think looks better. Also, the cleanup tool got improved. So with this, you can remove any object or anyone from your photo. Before, this feature was a little bit wonky, but now it will remove stuff for you so well. All right, quick one here. Go into settings, then you're gonna click sounds and haptics. There's a new setting here called match ringtone volume. The toggle at the top controls your alarm volume. So basically turn these off if you want to set a different volume specifically for timers. Simple change, but useful if your alarm and timer volumes have been driving you crazy. If you've been playing with liquid glass, there's a new way to customize it. Go into settings, then click appearance. Now tap on liquid glass. There's a brand new opacity slider in here. Slide it left for a more transparent, glassier look, or slide it to the right to dial it back for a more tinted look. It's a subtle change, but it gives you way more control over how iOS 27 looks on your device. Okay, this next one is not for me personally, but some people may actually want to use it. In the Image Playground app, tap on the screen icon and switch it to wallpaper. Now describe whatever you want, something like beautiful view of Los Angeles. And the thing here is it generates the image and you can set it directly as your wallpaper from there. So moving right along and saving one of the best for last, the Shortcuts app just became way more accessible. This is the update that could finally get more people actually using shortcuts. So when you create a new shortcut, you can now describe what you want in plain natural language. Talk to it like you're texting a friend. It figures out the automation from there. Think about things you do on your phone manually every single day. For me, whenever my battery gets low, I always dim my brightness. So I built a shortcut using this that does it automatically. If you've been too intimidated to use shortcuts before, now's the time to give it another shot. This changes things for sure. All right, that's everything for now. I've been enjoying using iOS 27 Developer Beta. Have any of you guys started using it too? If yes, let me know your experience so far in the comments. If not, drop a comment anyways and let me know which feature you're most hyped about. And I will see you in the next video.